Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the window and door expert. I'm standing here in Houston, Texas, in our beautiful showroom where we have over a dozen brands of windows and doors to choose from. Today, I'm going to talk about NT Windstorm window. Now, this has been coming for a long time. If you've watched any of my videos about NT, you know I love their products. This is their Windstorm approved vinyl window. And I tell you what, it's an impressive window. It is, first of all, beautiful window. I love looking at it because one of the things I noticed right away is how it's pretty much a narrower profile than what you typically see out of a windstorm window. You say, Jeff, what's a windstorm window and do I need a window? Well, if you live in certain parts of the South along the coast, you're going to need windows that meet the standards that are going to be required by the Texas Department of Insurance. Now, I made a great video explaining who needs a TDI window, as we call it, and who doesn't. It's up here, it's down there. It's really worth watching because you don't want to make a mistake on buying the wrong window if you live in a certain part of the country, and then you could be in trouble, maybe have a problem even with your insurance claim if you had an insurance issue. But this is a window, it's new into the market, that actually I think looks really great compared to most of the other windows out there that you see that are going to be windstorm approved. I like this one. I also like the one by a company called Vistamark. I have a link to that one down below. You can take a look at that. These are our best selling, best quality windstorm approved products, and so it looks good, and it comes in lots of colors. I mean, there's really a lot of colors to come from. Just a white and an almond are going to be standard colors, and of course you can get a black exterior. You can get just about any color you want. I want to point out a few things to you that I think are important for you to know. What is the distinction between this and some other windows? Well, when you talk about a window that's designed to be put into a hurricane zone, right, where you have impact, like say you're directly on the coast in Galveston, you're going to be required to have what's called impact rated windows. In other words, this needs to withstand a missile test where they fire a missile at it and it goes through here and it breaks the glass. Okay, it's okay that the glass is going to break because it's going to break. But what happens is they actually have a layer inside of here between the piece of glasses that actually is made out of what's called a PVB, which is a polyvinyl butyl layer. It's baked into there. It's clear. It's transparent. You cannot see it. But it's basically a laminated window so that when it does break, it doesn't shatter into the house and allow all of this wind to come through, because when wind comes through a window during a hurricane, it can actually push the roof up on a house, right? And when it pushes the roof up, you lose your roof. So water comes in and you lose the roof, and that's where the big claims are. So stopping the wind and stopping the water from coming into the house is what this window is designed to do. But here's what they do a little bit different. A lot of window companies put that laminated glass, the one I told you about, they put it on the outside, they put it on the outside pane of glass. And what happens sometimes is when an impact hits it, say patio furniture or a picket from a fence post or something hits that, what it does is, because this will actually flex, it'll end up hitting the inside pane of glass, because this is double pane glass. And when it hits that inside pane of glass, you better not be standing anywhere near that window. Not that you probably will, you'll be hiding somewhere or gone, right? But what happens is when it hits that inside piece of glass, people give me reports about how that inside glass then shatters and they come home to glass spread all over the floor. So what we don't want to do is to do that. So what they did differently is, and I think this is really smart, they put the glass that's okay to break, we call it annealed glass. They put the annealed glass on the outside, and then on the inside they went ahead and put the laminated glass on it. This one will shatter and all the glass will spill onto the ground outside, but when it hits the inside pane of glass, the one that has that laminate in it, it'll actually flex and break in there, but you won't get the glass shattered all into the house. I think that's really pretty cool. Now this uses what's called a 90 thousandths of an inch of a PVB liner. That is the really, really heavy one. They make a 30, they make a 60, and they make a 90. This is using the 90. And this is all made by Cardinal Glass. And if you watch any of my videos, you know I'm a fan of Cardinal Glass. I think it's the best glass in the industry. It's windows that cost 5 times as much are using Cardinal Glass. So you're going to get a really, really good product in an affordable window. So Cardinal Glass actually makes this whole IG unit for them. They make it in their factory and then send it to NT, and then NT puts it inside of this frame. And this is what they call their 8.6 product. If you want to look that up, basically the inboard piece of glass is an 8.6 millimeter piece of glass. That's heavy duty. That's really, really strong stuff. Now, if you live in some parts of the country where they have a turtle code, yes, turtle code, where they don't want your lights to be too bright in your house so that the turtles can do their thing, right? Using the moon instead of using your house, okay? And this is like, say, Florida, South Carolina, some of these places require Turtle Code approved windows. This product actually can be done for you with the Turtle Code. You just need to request it if that's what you want to do. So think about that. That's kind of cool. You can get Turtle Code glass, which basically means that you have to keep what's called the variable light transmission, the light that comes through, you have to keep it below 45%. The way this is set up right now, it's somewhere in the 50s, upper 50s, so you're going to get a little more light coming into the house, which is important because you're looking at the beach, you want the water, you want to see the light come in. But we do have a Turtle Code option if that's something you want to do. Now they can actually make big sizes. Why? Because this actually has what's called a design pressure rating, a DP rating, no lower than 50. I mean, even their biggest units are 50 and above, which means you're going to get approved by the TDI for this window in really large sizes. In fact, they can do an operable window like this, all the way as wide as 48 inches wide by 84 inches tall. I mean, that is a really big window, and you can do that with this. They also make casement windows, the ones that crank out. They can make those for you that are approved. They make big picture windows that are approved. So what I'm saying is, with this construction, the way this is built, the way it's designed, it actually meets some of the larger sizes than some other brands do. Some other brands that are good, but not quite as good, you might have to take a big window and break it into two pieces perhaps. And this one, you'll have more exceptions to that rule because they actually can make it bigger. So that's nice too, because sometimes when you have to go to replace your windows, maybe you had an old window that was grandfathered in, but now that you need to have a new window, it's got to meet today's standards. And being able to keep the look you have today with a window that meets the standards is really pretty important, and that's pretty cool. They also, by the way, make a patio door in this. And then the question comes up because I said, hey, look, I love this window, but maybe I don't want the impact rated glass. I like the window. I want something that's on the list for TDI, but I don't want the impact rated glass because that costs more money. Can I get it without the impact rated glass? And the option for that is available now. So you can get it with just standard glass that's not considered hurricane glass, and then you can buy window coverings to protect your windows from flying debris, which is going to be required. So you can either not have the debris coverage, and you can have an impact rated window in some cases. But if you don't want to do that, then you can go with regular glass on this window because you get the strength frame, the frame strength on it, but then you actually get to cover it. Now I made a great video with one of our local partners, and it's up here and down there, where we talk about all the options for protecting your windows from wind debris. So you can get this window like this without the special glass in it, and then just put the coverings over it. You can put plywood over it. There's some rules that you have to follow, but there is that opportunity, and you can do that if that's what you want to do. Now, it has a 15-year warranty on the paint if you put a painted exterior finish on it. Other than that, everything else about it is a lifetime warranty. If the seal fails, now of course, granted, if it breaks because you have a hurricane, that's not under warranty. That's an insurance claim. But like the normal things that could happen to a window, if the lock stops working, if the seal fails and you get fog between the glass, all of these things are going to be included in the warranty for the life as long as you own the home. And then it can be transferred to the next homeowner. The next homeowner would get a 10-year warranty on the window. So there's a lot of great things I like about this. I think it's a really good window. I do think that you're going to find that it looks good and it performs well. And so the next question, of course, is, well, Jeff, where is it in price point? Well, this is not an entry-level window. This is an actually high-quality, ultra-premium vinyl window that's going to be built to last for many, many years. And it's a good-looking window with a good warranty. So you can expect to pay a little bit more than, say, the stuff you would buy off the shelf from a Home Depot or a lumber yard or something along those lines. But I do feel like it's actually a great value. It's a high-value product, and I think you're going to find that it's a great product for you. Can I help you with it? Can I come out and take a measurement, look at your house, and see what we can do to help? Absolutely. So let us know if we can do that. All right. If I can help you, let me know. If you don't live in this area, check out thewindowexperts.com. I can put you in the right direction.